So today is the day. My husband is gonna shiplap part of this wall so that we can just spruce it up. I've got my artwork over here on the left. So watch us.
So my husband's starting by removing the baseboard trim. We do have a silicone seal around the top of our baseboard, so he's going to use his utility knife and just go around the top of the baseboard to get that separated. He's then going to go back over it with a really small crowbar to just pry it away from the wall, which is a really fast and effective way to get your baseboard off. Now, when you do shiplap, it does not work with traditional baseboard trim. So you do have to remove your baseboard trim in order to shiplap your wall due to the grooves that are in the shiplap. So my husband and son are going to do one final measurement before he starts cutting the shiplap boards. Now, our dining room wall measures 10 feet 6 inches, and our local Home Depot sold shiplap boards in 8, 10, and 12-foot lengths. Now, we opted to go for a 12-foot length because we didn't want to worry about any random seams throughout the wall that could possibly be visible. So we went for an unbranded, pre-primed 12-foot board. It actually ended up costing us $5 less a board than the 8 and 10 foot because of it being unbranded. So we actually saved quite a bit of money by doing this. Now, you also want to make sure that your first board is nice and level. So you do want to use a leveler. If it's not nice and level, it's definitely going to mess up the rest of your boards that you put on the wall, and it's not going to look good. My husband is also using an air nailer, which just makes the whole process go so much faster. So now my husband's going to measure the size of the outlet covers, so that way he can put the measurements on the shiplap board, which is kind of hard to see, but then that way he can cut out the exact size of the outlet covers so that the shiplap fits perfectly over them. literally one board left. Now, in order to fit this last board, my husband did have to cut the groove off of the shiplap that would normally go into the next board. We did end up with a really snug fit, so we ended up deciding not to put trim pieces along the side of the wall or even do a seal. All right, so I'm just going to quickly spackle. This is my favorite spackle. I get it from Lowe's. It's a couple bucks. It's a pale pink, and once it dries, it is completely white, so there is no guessing game whether or not your spackle is ready to paint. All right, so I'm just going to quickly vacuum because I made quite the mess with my spackle, and once we do this, I'm going to be ready to paint. All right, guys, so we ended up doing a half round piece of trim along the top just to fill in a small gap. We still need to do a coat of paint. We ended up finding out that the paint did not want to stick to the super smooth pre-primed finish, so we ended up having to do multiple coats to get a nice even coverage.